Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. This is episode 4, and check this out. So, last episode was a little bit of a mess. Well, I was determined to get this done. I wanted it to live up to my expectations. So, here it is. You open this button and you come into this like quartz hallway slash tunnel. It's exactly what I was hoping for. It goes this way. This was in last episode. It used to stop here. If you were curious why I didn't continue it that way, it's because it would have ended up crossing straight through this tunnel, and I didn't want that. So I had it curve right, and it just slowly goes this way. It takes another left, and it takes you to another dead end right here. I'm gonna build a bridge right here just so you can actually get across to the plains. But some of my better horses can actually somewhat make this jump. So as of right now, it's working. If you were curious, it does work. Like you come in here and then you go down here. These stairs are a little bit cumbersome. I may redo that because the horse, when you're going fast, have a tendency to get stuck. But these pressure plates out here, they're hooked up to a delay, and it opens this. It's timed perfectly. It took a lot. I actually had to redesign some of the base. Like I believe these used to be slabs, and I had to switch them out with stairs. Also had to redo this because of all the quartz. So I just extended this like top floor of the horse stalls. I connected it to the mansion a little bit right here, and I had to get rid of this window right here. It was a really big window, like it went all the way down here, but I had to change it up because there's redstone and blocks there now. It doesn't look bad, I don't think, and it's kind of like some of those windows we find in like basements. I think it's alright. Now, the question is, why did I build this? I honestly have no idea. I'm playing around with an idea. I want to build a lab out of quartz. But before I do that, I actually kind of want to build a personal lab, something that's directly connected to my house. And when I think of a personal lab, I think of potions. And when I think of potions, I think of the alchemy tower. And I think it would be the perfect build to expand on this away. I haven't really expanded this away a whole lot, but I'm thinking maybe I can play around with this land, and it'd be the perfect spot for like a lab build. The question is though, like how in the world am I gonna connect it with the rest of the base? My idea right now is I'm gonna build another one of these sky bridges, literally block for block, on this side of the watchtower. I probably one day build one on this side too, but for now I'm just gonna go ahead and build one right here, and probably build a tower on the end of that, and then that can maybe connect to this lab I want to build. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Get rid of all of these trees because there's going to be a walkway to get into this place. I did have an idea to make it look old and abandoned, like maybe this is the first version of the lab. And when I say the lab, I mean the big one built out of quartz. Maybe this is like a smaller version. Maybe it's the first version, the OG version, if you will. And so I could make it look abandoned. I could go that route. I don't think I am, because I actually kind of want to use this. This build, its purpose is going to be where I store potions, and it's going to have some other uses too. Like I'm going to build some like emergency farms inside it, and kind of have like a lot of like survival heavy things inside it. I'm also going to level the ground right here. Like I said, there's going to be a path coming through here. My mouse actually kind of quit working. I've had this happen to me before with basically the same mouse except the wired version. The scroll wheel kind of detaches itself. There's a little plastic pin inside it. It breaks off and renders the scroll wheel useless. It scrolls, like it spins, I mean, but it doesn't actually register any input, and it sucks. When your mouse stops working, how are you gonna play Minecraft? You gotta keep your priorities straight. I'm gonna continue to level the land a little bit more. Not sure when I'll stop. Alright. Got it looking pretty natural. I think this is going to be where I'll stop. I think it's enough land to kind of build a build on top of. Alright, first rule of business. I really like this mountain right here, and I kind of want to use it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to shave all this dirt off and kind of continue the stone. All of this is going to be like a big glass wall. Oh, an entrance is going to be right here. Not the entrance, but a entrance. Alright, so I got a bunch of glass. I'm just gonna work on making this look like it's lived out of. How I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna put the glass in first. That way when I'm behind the stone, I can kind of cave out the space I want. Alright, so I peeled back the terrain, got a pretty flat wall to work with. Let's continue this glass. I don't know why, but for some reason I just thought of back in, I don't even know when, but my brother was in early elementary. You know, he played on this world, and it's a realm. That way we all can play whenever we want. Because of that, he can access it whenever. During school one day, my mom's a teacher, and he would always go to her classroom at the end of the day. And because of that, he would talk to her students, because they'd always be in there waiting for the bus or whatever. He lied and said that my base was his base, basically showing it off as his own. I just thought that was so funny. Of course, then I was a little bit irritated, but like looking back, like I just think it's so funny that he did that. It makes me happy. I don't think I want to do any curves. I think I just want a flat wall. Another thing I didn't even think of, how thick is this mountain? It's not too thick, but for my purposes, I think it'll be okay. I'm gonna have this thing like encased in like quartz or something, and then here is when it'll actually start. You know, before I get carried away, I should probably go grab some quartz. I don't want to have to be rebuilding something that I've already built. Yeah, and then now I gotta decide when I want this to become a hallway that goes left. That way you can actually go in here to get behind the glass. I think it would be a safe bet if I just went with the 3 blocks and then this away. I'll dig 3 blocks. And then this will be the actual hallway. What's everyone's thoughts on the new update? Copper Age. I'm excited to try out some of these new building blocks. I just gotta find the right build because I don't normally build with copper, and maybe I will just because it has so much versatility now. I mean, even before it kind of did, but they're really leaning heavily into copper. I'm a huge fan of that because variety is always nice. You know, if they're gonna update a game, I'd much rather them update, you know, stuff like that. Changed my mind with this tunnel. I'm gonna have it go this way. I'm not gonna have it go back into the wall and then go the same way it came from. So I'm just gonna place all this stone back. I don't like the idea of there just being an empty hallway. Yeah, I think it's a really good update. It's a small update, but a really good update nonetheless. I'm also really excited for the Nautilus that's coming, and potentially more ocean features. Should be glass right on this other wall right here. Now, I have a decision to make. Either I can make the walls flat, or I can have them kind of curve with the glass. I'm gonna just go ahead and mine out as much as I can. I know I'm gonna break through this mountain, so I think it's a good idea if I clear everything out. That way I see how much room I have to work with. Also, so I can know if I have to redesign that mountain. I don't really want to. think the quickest way to do this is going to go and grab the coordinate where this ends. So I'm gonna say 98, I believe. Oh, I broke through. Oops. Right at the level I needed to go that way. So honestly, we got some potential here. As much as I love Minden, I've never really talked about this. Minden's nice if you just want a casual playstyle, but I miss having to worry about tools breaking. I have not made a new tool to actually like use in such a long time. These tools, I've kind of named them like mythical names. Yeah, Excalibur for one, and then all these others I kind of just named. I want to get rid of these. I want to put them in like a vault, and go back to relying on tools that don't have Minden on it and can break. Because like you end up repairing something so many times and it becomes too expensive. And so it forces you to go and make a new tool. And then there's old tools you can put in a build like a museum or something special. And over time, you collect those retired tools, and it adds history to your world. You know how I am with nostalgia. It's something that I miss doing, and one of these days, I'm going to put all of these netherite Minden tools in a chest, lock them up, and never go to them again. Only for things like this, where I'm clearing out large chunks of terrain. If I don't have Minden, then I'm gonna end up retiring tools left and right, and I don't want that either. So they're gonna stick around, just not as much. I'm slowly in the process of gathering the enchants that I want, getting a actual set of tools that can break. When that will be, I have no idea. I still am trying to come up with an idea where I can port these netherite tools, because I don't want to just throw them in the chest, or I don't want to throw them in the chest and just forget about them. I want them to be in a build that I can go to, you know, when I know I'm gonna have to clear out large chunks of terrain or whatnot. I want to be able to go to a build in my house and just grab them off a shelf. Which, by the way, oh my gosh, we have shelves now. This is going way off topic, but ever since I furnished the interior of that like personal room on top of my house, I've had this idea to put shelves in. So taking a detour, I didn't mean to do that. We're gonna grab some pale oak. I'm hoping I have some just in here because it's gonna make my life a little bit easier. I also use this as a chance to empty my inventory because I'm tired of dropping blocks to pick up other blocks and then dropping those blocks to pick up other blocks. Dirt, don't need dirt. Coarse dirt, dirt in there. More dirt, dirt in there. Granite, I don't need to be carrying that. Plants, saplings, throw them in there. Mushrooms in there. I have one single dark oak trapdoor. No sense carrying that around, so throw that in there. How much pale oak do I have? Yes. But actually, I just remembered you need the stripped, and I have stripped over here. So we're gonna go back over here and grab some stripped stripped pale oak. Look, top right, shelves. I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this block since they were announced. It looks like such a versatile building block. Not to mention the functionality with shelves. Like, look at them. Such a great block. Perfect for like wall accents. Honestly, maybe up here is where I can store these like OP tools. Like when I need one, I'll just come up here and grab them off the shelf. Yeah, this is where I wanted to put them. I made too many, but oh well, I'm gonna be using these things a lot. Look at this. You could just throw items. You could throw... I didn't know that. You can put like a whole stack of items in here. No way. Dude. I love these. These are perfect. I know you can power them and like automatically swap out your hotbar or just 3 items, and that's really cool. Like, I can't wait until I actually start using these in the build. They're so cool. They're so cool. Anyways, not gonna get sidetracked. Why are there no trapdoors right here? There should be trapdoors right there. Nah. I know why there's no chapters there now. That looks ugly. I don't like that. Alright, back to building. The entirety of this lab isn't going to be on the ground or hidden inside a cliff behind glass. I'm gonna actually have an actual build made out of like wood and stuff. My plan is to have the outside looking like a house, and then the inside, I'm gonna build it out of quartz. I think that would be so cool. It looks like a normal building, but then you go inside and it's like a lab. Alright, get that all cleared out. Got a big hole right here. I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I think I'm just gonna fill it in with some glass. If I continue a diagonal, I'm gonna cut right there. It's like a hallway. I mean, and I don't have to go with the diagonal. I can play around with the terrain out here a little bit. We can go 2 and then 2 right here. 2 more here. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot. This glass can wrap around. So we do 3 and then 2 and then 2 and then 1. That means it's gonna go 2 more blocks this way. Yeah, makes a nice little curve. Let's work on getting the floor in. I'm gonna have to put down some chests. All this stone. Gonna keep it simple and just go with quartz. It is a lab after all. Okay. Got a nice floor in here. It's modern, it's sleek, it fits the theme of a lab quite well. And then I'm thinking for the walls, I'm doing the same thing. But I don't know if that would be too simple. I totally forgot smooth quartz was in the game. So that's what I'm using. Let's see how this is going to look. It's very simple. But honestly, I like it. I'm gonna push back half this wall, that way this doorway is supported, if that makes sense. And some regular quartz. Alright, that looks way better. It's very dark in here. Alright, so I got the walls and I got the floor done. I don't think this is going to be too much. It looks very clean, very modern. I think it fits a lab perfectly. And now I just gotta design a ceiling, which the ceiling is going to be different. I'm not sure what I showed y'all last, but I added a border with normal quartz blocks around all of the glass and all of the walls. I did a stripe. This is gonna be health focused with potions and all, so I figured like a red color. This is actually magenta. With the ceiling, I just added the line of normal quartz stairs, threw in some smooth quartz slabs, indented some end rods, because these are they're like the lab light. Also added some sea lanterns in this middle bit right here, more end rods, and that's what I have so far. Hi there. I was working on episode 4. I had it done. Was working on exporting it, and the stupid video editor I used just kept crashing. And I've been trying for the past couple weeks. Honestly, I don't know how long it's been. It's been a while. And for the lack of a better term, the only thing I can think of is one of the files got corrupted. I can no longer open my project file. So only half of that episode I really only have. So I had a choice to make. Either I could uh re-edit on the different video editor, or I could, where did my eyes go? Or I could, you know, just start here. I'm gonna give a brief rundown of what I did, because honestly, I don't feel like editing for like the third time. But here's the lab. At least this half of the lab. The interior is done. Got this really nice piston door. Comes in here. While I was working on this, actually, Pink Sheep Bond. So I named him Jim. Jim lives in here now. But yeah, it made me like a little office, and it's not that much work. At least I don't think so. It's just a lot of like filling, like details, filling in the details. Like detail like interior work, details such as exterior work, nature work, and all that. It's not really that big of a build. But yeah, here's the lab. I have plans to expand this way. I also sort of have plans to expand this way. I'm really close to this river over here, which is crazy to me because, way back in 2017, 2018, I did not think I was gonna expand this far, out here. It's crazy to me how big my world is getting. Um, all of these chunks right here are new. I reset them when Caves and Cliffs came out, and got a really nice mountain range right here. Holy crap! Oh, okay. So I forgot about this. This is going to be a project. I wanted to. I'm going like majorly off topic, but I'm just trying to get back in the groove of recording. Um, After that episode 4 mishap, I want to get an episode out. Anyways, this is gonna be like basically like a little bunker. I kind of scrapped this idea because it's a lot of work. I might return to it. I definitely want to return to it, but I just don't know when. I was gonna have like a really big map wall in here and like maps of like the entire world. Um, it's so far away from my base because maps cause lag. So either I was gonna do it in the Nether or I was gonna do it in the overworld, and I just thought that was like a really cool spot. Um, but anyways, yeah, here's the lab. Here's an overview view of my lab. There's not really any physical purpose for me to come here yet. I'm gonna have a lot of like survival themed stuff just to give me a reason to come here. And plus we got Jim. I'm gonna make Jim like his own like little home. But besides that mishap, I've just been dealing with some personal stuff. It's been really hard for me to sit down and enjoy some of my hobbies. Playing Minecraft, especially on this world, I've not touched my computer in a while now. I haven't touched this world in a while now. I've been playing beta a little bit. World is special to me. It's my way of decompressing from everything. I actually think what I want to do right here is add another entrance into this place. I want to make like a little park right here, just for something people can come. I can and just relax. I feel like that's something I need in my life right now. Let's just play some freaking Minecraft, and who cares about anything else? That's what life is, right? Live one day at a time. Jem, you gotta go somewhere, buddy. I can't have you wandering. Been playing a lot of Terraria too. My brother, my girlfriend, and it's been very cathartic because like it's a fun game. It's very different to Minecraft, but it's a fun game. I miss playing it. I grew up playing it. I thought about recording it and posting it to my channel, but I want to get a lot more of these episodes out. I want to at least get to episode 10. I'm really bummed out that basically all that footage is gone because I worked really hard on it and it was done. I just had to export the file and I'm not sure what happened. Holy crap. It's just I blame it on the editor that I chose to use. No way. First of all, what is this? Second of all, they added the ambient ocean sounds. No way. That makes me want to go build like a ocean base or something. That's so cool. What's not cool is this new menu. I hate it. Like, why is settings a minor tab and then browse item your tab? Like, where's the logic in that, Microsoft? Might have to go to the Nether and grab some more quartz. I'm surprised Jim hasn't figured out he can literally just walk straight out here and be free. He probably will when I'm not, paying attention. Much as I like this tunnel, it's too long of a tunnel. I kind of want to do something a little bit different. Get rid of all this dirt right here. Flatten out the mountain. Improvise. Maybe. Maybe. In a minute. How about that? Maybe this could even be a different color. Maybe I could go with like a green color because it's like nature theme. I think it works. I have a bunch of plants in here. This is gonna be like a park, I guess. Kind of like up front, but smaller. I don't like this, by the way. I don't like how the mobs kind of like become transparent. Sure, it's like an accessibility thing, but I'm not a fan of it. Yeah, I like this a lot. I could make it go the entire length, all the way to the back wall. Maybe I can go half. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My score wheel is still messing up. Not sure if I mentioned that. I did, but not sure if it's gonna be in this video. But like when I click to like pick a block, it's stuck. It takes a while to come back up. I might as well just get rid of all of this. That way, then I can go up and just place it. Could make this place look abandoned. You know, I had an idea before like the Copper Age drop released. I was going to make this out of copper. It was going to be like an old abandoned lab. And then I would have like a new lab built just like this somewhere else in my world. I scrapped the idea because I've been wanting to just like make a lab for the longest time. But like now is the time. So I still kind of want to build like an abandoned lab somewhere in my world. And I probably will. I don't know where yet. It's down the road though. I want to at least get this thing somewhat done. Surprised Gem hasn't escaped. This is gonna be a normal door. I'm gonna put the lights in and then I'm gonna call it good for this episode. I already have half of it done. Wish I had the other half, but I don't. Made it odd. So I'm gonna do it like right there. I think that's gonna be the best way to do this. You can always hide more light. Alright. There we go. I really like this. It needs work, especially on the outside, but like the interior wise, I really like it. Like I love the shape. I love this kind of like meeting like office type room. And then like this really big hallway that connects with the rest of the lab. It's really taking shape. Really becoming a footprint of the build. But yeah, maybe in between episodes or next episode I'll finish it and probably move on to something else because it's Christmas is coming up and I really want to get the Christmas tree up. Like it's gonna be the only year that I haven't done it since 2017. Really sucks. So that being said, apologize for the randomness of this episode. Apologize for lingering on about personal crap, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed to the end, I really do appreciate it. Hope you have a great day. Go do something that makes you happy. Go do a hobby or try something new. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you next time. My eyes disappeared. Oh, there we go. Bye.